Hi everyone, and welcome to the first edition of Scrapping with Down Memory Lane. For the flowers that I'm going to show you guys how to make today, I used a lot of things that I really already had on hand. I started off with a really simple thread kit. You can pick it up from Walmart for a couple of dollars. As far as the ribbon or the fabric goes, I just went into my scrap bin and pulled out a few things that I already had from there. You can use anything from 3 inches to 2 feet long, depending on what you like. I do use the Fiskars 1-inch hole punch. I prefer a 1-inch. Sometimes if you're making a smaller flower, you can go with a 1/2 inch. I just like the Fiskars punch because it's super easy to use. You'll need a hot glue gun and cardstock in a neutral color. I prefer the neutral color basically because it won't show up through any lighter flowers that you're making, and I just prefer the look overall. A lot of people, including myself, like to put gems or jewels or little pearls in the center of their flowers. For today's flowers, I've chosen the E-line by Prima. I prefer them a lot basically because they give you a wide variety between jewels and pearls, and they have a little adhesive glue dot on the back, so it adds extra stability to the pearl or the gem whenever you're putting it on, so it won't fall off later down the road. Alright, you're going to start by threading your needle and putting a simple little knot in the end. Your first step is going to be doing a running stitch up the first side of your ribbon or fabric. You don't have to worry about the spacing of each stitch. As long as they're fairly uniform, they'll be just fine. You won't even see them in the end anyways, so it won't really matter. What you're going to do is continue with your running stitch all along the top of your ribbon and then down the remaining side. Alright, once you're finished with your stitching, you're going to hold on to the needle end and pull your ribbon or fabric all the way towards the knotted end of your thread. You can basically take your time shaping your flower, getting it to look however you want to. You can, bunch or separate your ribbon or material wherever you feel that it may need it. A tighter center flower will leave room for just a small little pearl, or you can leave an open flower, and I'll show you how to work with those later. Next, once you've decided how loose or tight that you would like your flower, you're simply going to bring together each end and hold it in place with a few stitches. Once you're finished with your stitching, you'll take your 1-inch hole punch and cut a hole out of your cardstock. This is going to be the backing for your flower, and it's going to provide stability for whenever you want to adhere it to your layout, cards, projects, or even hair clips. When adhering my flowers, I like to use either a glue dot or some sort of a tacky glue depending on what I'm working with. For this today, we're going to be attaching the backing of our flower with a small amount of hot glue. Pressing down on the glue and the backing while you're adhering it to your flower sometimes will hold your flower in place for the desired shape that you want it. Just be careful not to burn your fingers, because I've done that a few times. Once you're finished attaching the backing to your flower, now is the time to decide what you'd like to be in the center. It could be the pearls or jewels that we talked about earlier, or a button. Sometimes I even like taking a smaller flower to put in the center of a larger flower that I had made. I just like to do this because it adds dimension and creativity to everything. Now you're finished. You have a gorgeous handmade flower that is perfect for cards, layouts, hair pieces, basically anything that you can think up. Every now and then you will, however, come across a flower that just refuses to close. This really isn't a problem at all. After you've attached your cardstock backing, you can choose a coordinating ribbon or fabric and just begin to attach it in the center with your glue gun. Sometimes, however, I will leave them open like this because you can do a lot with an open center. I'll show you how to do this later. Okay, with your hot glue gun, you're going to take your chosen filler fabric or ribbon and attach the end of it into the center of the flower. You're then going to bunch up the material while adding small spots of glue all the while until you achieve your desired height for the filled space. And here's the finished product, a sweet little flower with a jeweled center. This is a really, really easy solution to what otherwise could have been a huge problem. You never have to start a flower over, remember. There's always something that you can do to fix it and make it better. These lovely little flowers not only are perfect for your scrapbooking and card making needs, but sometimes I'll attach them to a bobby pin or a hair clip, and they make the most adorable little, unique, one-of-a-kind hair accessories, and I've made them to match just about everything in my closet. I've also used them for a lot of formal occasions, using more expensive materials and bigger bling. They also make adorable gifts when you wrap them together in little bunches. I've given these for bridal showers, baby showers, Christmas, just about anything that you can think of. Okay, and now here are a couple of the flowers that I made while creating this instructional video. I used a variety of different fabrics, ribbons, buttons, jewels, pearls. You can really do just about anything when you're making these. I love the versatility, the color, and like I said, you can make these to match any outfit, layout, anything that you can think of. I hope you enjoy!